everyone, welcome to Yoga with Nutan. In today's class, we're going to learn how to do Adho Mukha Svanasana, which is a Sanskrit term that means downward facing dog in English. This is one of my favourite asanas, so I'm really excited. I hope you are too. When you're ready, let's get started. I'd like us to start off by doing some simple breathing exercises. So close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. So downward facing dog is actually a restorative posture. It's usually used in classes as a break between more challenging poses. Now, it's not easy for everyone. It definitely wasn't easy when I first started. So regulating your breath before you get into the posture is really important. Inhale and exhale. We'll take one more breath. Inhale and exhale. Open your eyes. Before we get into downward facing dog, I'd like us to get into balasana, or extended balasana, extended child's pose, just so we can prep ourselves. So we're just going to start off in tabletop position, touch our two big toes, allow our knees to spread out as wide as our mat, and then just sit down on our heels and stretch our arms forward. And here we're going to try and get our noses onto the ground, our chests onto the ground, whatever works for you. So child's pose and extended child's pose, this is another restorative yoga posture. If this isn't comfortable for you right now, please get into a position that is. In time, you will feel at ease. And the same goes for downward facing dog. So breathe in and breathe out. Before we get up into downward facing dog, just try and recenter yourself here. Keep your focus on the present and try and integrate your body with your breath. Taking deep breaths. And melting to the ground. Now when you're ready, we're just going to lift ourselves up. We're going to tuck our toes behind us. And we're going to keep our arms really strong. They don't need to be under our shoulders here. They can be a little bit forward. And from here, we're just going to lift ourselves up. Now, yes, it is an inverted yoga pose as well. And look, when I first started, I couldn't get my heels to the ground. So if you're up here, that's fine. But if you can get your heels to the ground, do that. I suggest we all just pedal and we get a bit of movement into our legs so we can increase our circulation and we can make this posture a little bit more fun and enjoyable. So there are lots of things we can do here. We can just sway from side to side. And even in class, you know, you don't have to be static, you can have some movement. Ultimately, it's about your practice and how this feels for you. So yes, you can close your eyes here. Take in a few deep breaths and try to get yourself comfortable. Your fingers should be spread apart, and you should try and ground the weight evenly onto your hands and onto your fingers. Your hips should be back. And you can have a micro bend in your knees. Or if you don't want a micro bend, you can bend all the way. You can do whatever feels right for you. We'll take one more breath. Inhale and exhale. And to exit this pose, we're just going to go back down onto our knees, touch our big toes together, and get back into extended child's pose. Inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, we'll just get ourselves up into a comfortable seat. So that was my video on downward facing dog. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can move forward in your practice and use it more often. If you have any comments, if you have any questions, please leave them below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Yoga with Nutan. Thank you. Namaste.